Welcome back and good morning, Central Oregon. Today, our show is all about having a positive attitude for 2009, and to do that, you need to shift your thinking from negative to positive. We've got Wendy Duncan in, who is a LifeSuccess Consultant, who's going to tell us how to do just that. Good morning.
Good morning, Christy.
There are so many negative factors. You watch the news for any length of time, and it can get you down. You've got outside people, friends, family members.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that can bring you down.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, really to combat that, we have to understand something about ourselves. Our mind is very, very powerful. And if we were to take the mind and to look at the conscious mind and the subconscious mind and how that works for us and how that really affects our attitude, our conscious mind is really our thinking mind. It's where we originate thought. And we are able to accept or reject any idea there. Then the second part, the subconscious mind, is our feeling or emotional mind. And that is where our habits are and our paradigms and conditioning. And the glitch is, though, is that we can't reject anything there. So we can actually tell our subconscious mind an outright lie, and it accepts it. So we take a combination of this thinking and feeling, and that really pushes us into action and gives us our results. So if it's the result that we want to change, if it's the attitude from negative to positive that we want to change, we really have to monitor what we're thinking about.
So how can we do that? Once I have made that, goal, because you have to make it a goal,
Yes.
don't you?
Yes, you
Once
do.
I've done that, how do you do that?
Well, I have a couple of ways of doing that. I have some really powerful workshops where we just try to understand, why are we conditioned the way we are? I mean, we realize that our thought process could be a result of somebody else's thinking, like whoever raised us. So I really try to help people identify how their mind works, how to break down barriers, how to build great, big, beautiful goals, and more importantly, how to succeed and make those goals real.
What are some tips that we can give our viewers today, though, to get started at least? Because I know there are so many people out there. Like we said, there are so many negative things happening. What are some things that they can take away today?
You know, I would start the day by being grateful. You know, starting with an attitude of gratitude is very, very powerful. Instead of thinking about everything that's negative in our lives, let's think about what we do have. And it's through that thinking and feeling that you will attract to you the good that you need in order to succeed. So that's a good way to start. And I am a big proponent of coaching. I mean, I would get a coach if you're really struggling with personal development, either one-on-one or in a group setting or book studies. And something that I love to start my day with is an online coaching website called iLearning Global. And I just watch 7 to 9 minute videos of some of the best coaches in the world. And if I am starting my day and I'm feeling a little negative, that really gets me on track. Now, if all else fails, I do have a final idea. And that is to use a complaint-free world bracelet. And I brought one for you, Christy.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So what you do with the bracelet is every time you say something negative, okay, or you criticize or you gossip, you have to switch the band over to the other wrist, thereby creating a conscious awareness that you are sinking into a negative attitude or vibration. And the goal is to go 21 days without changing the band. So that will create a new habit. So I'm sure, Christy, that in your first 21 days, you'll be able to go no problem.
It'll be staying on this wrist right here. You know what? That's great, though, because so many of us, I mean, you get locked into this negative mindset, and I'm sure that you don't even realize you're doing it.
That's right. That's right. So I would just be very aware of how you're talking to yourself, you know, what you're feeding your own mind, and be careful about who you hang out with. You know, if you're at work and everybody's talking about the government and you know, a recession and things like that, I think I would just excuse myself and go someplace else. I'd like to do a vision board also, you know, create a a picture of what I want my year to look like. You know, the amount of money I want to make, where I want to live, what trips I might want to take, what classes I might want to take, you know, for my own personal development. So that's very powerful too.
All great ideas, and I want to mention we're out of time, but if you have questions, you can contact Wendy through her website, which is wendyduncan.lifesuccessconsultants.com. So wendyduncan.lifesuccessconsultants.com for any questions or additional information. Wendy, it was really nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you, Christy.
Right now we're going to take a quick break and a tip from our friends at RSN.
Hi, I'm Paul.